Hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest edition of TopStep's PowerUp Series for SuiteProjects Pro. I'm Ron Breaux. Today's topic is tips and tricks for list views. So within SuiteProjects Pro, list views are one of the more powerful ways to display data without needing to run a report. Users can configure their list views, they can personalize what data they're displaying, they can filter and download the data with just the click of a button. In addition, list views can now be saved and shared across the organization. They can also be published externally using the BI connector. So let's take a look. So let's start with the basics. List views are in every module in SuiteProjects Pro. For today's PowerUp series, we're going to focus on the project list view since that's the one we see most customers benefiting from. So when you navigate to your project module, you have the ability to filter by stage or look at all your projects across all your stages. And you can configure the view that you land on as well as being able to change it. So in this example, I'm landing on a view with showing some key data points around my projects. I can filter these views by column filters. I can also add advanced filters and filter these views by filtering through the advanced filter dropdowns. You can also sort these views. You can lock view columns. So lots of good configurability in just the basic view. In addition, if I have a view that I really want to dump into a spreadsheet or PDF, all the views, just like all reports in SuiteProjects Pro, can be dumped and exported through CSV or PDF format. You can also save views if you have permissions to do so. So if I come into this view here is a projects hour view, which is one of my saved views. I can switch, say, one saved view against another. So if I come in here and I can switch to, say, I want to see more of a financial view, I have a project financials view. I can also come in and look at other types of views within these saved settings. I can come in here and look at my save settings and I can favorite the ones that I want to have of one click away. You can also take a view and publish it across the org. So you can look at public views and being able to push those out across the organization. You can default a view. So if I come in to my view and I want to manage my list views, I have the ability to jump into the list view and I can come in here and I can remove the view. I can set it not public. I could set it as a default as well. So again, having some power over the views that I own of being able to manipulate the views. You can now also use views in the latest dashboards from the last release. If I go click into my dashboard here, I can add list views to my dashboard reports. So here being able to have a list of live projects, and from here I can do live link into my projects or hover and go to different aspects of my project. So I'm bringing in a live view of lists right into my dashboard. If you have the BI connector, you can publish these views out through the BI connector and push these data sets to Power BI, Excel, or other OData compatible tools. As an admin, I have the ability to manage the list views. So if I go into administration, organization, saved list views, I have the ability now to see all of the saved list views across the organization. I have the ability to delete list views if they're no longer needed. I can also come in and set list views as default. I can also remove them from public list views and make them private, meaning only the owner sees that list view as an option. If you have a owner of a list view that's no longer with the organization and would like to reassign the list view, you have the ability to come in using the standard run action options and bulk action and being able to change the owner of a list view. So list views are continuing to grow in abilities to show data in multiple ways, to be able to become useful tools at your fingertips. And we highly recommend the adoption of list views throughout SuiteProjects Pro. Thanks again for joining this latest PowerUp series. Again, I'm Ron Breaux. If you'd like to know more about TopStep or SuiteProjects Pro, you can find us on our website or on LinkedIn. Thank you very much again.